Hi, everybody. It's Cheryl Papayan, your Teen Shine mentor and leader. I have been noticing some different things going on, and I really have a couple of points that I want to get across to everybody. I noticed that a lot of you aren't meeting different sales level goals, and basically what's happening is you guys are losing money, you're losing free product, and I'm going to explain that to you. When I first started as a representative, I wasn't aware of these different little details. And so I was losing money and the ability to get free products and business tools, whether it be brochures, samples, items like that. And once I learned how this works and how I can change that, it made a huge difference in my Avon business. So I want to make sure that you guys have this information. So we're going to start here. These are basically some earning tips for you guys. So this is the regular earnings chart for the representative level. This is not for people that are in President's Club. Right now I only have one team member in President's Club, so I'm just going to cover the regular representative level earnings. So if your campaign sales in one campaign are $0 to $149.99, for beauty and jewelry, you're going to earn 20%. Fashion and home, 20%. And then when you get up to $150 to $299.99, you're going to bump up to 30% for beauty and jewelry, 20% for fashion and home. And it goes up from there. And you notice that fashion and home does not change. Now, when you're in the Kickstart program, it's a little bit different. You're going to earn during your first 7 campaigns, if you meet your goals, you're going to earn 40% across the board, whether it's beauty or fashion and home. So your campaign goals for your first campaign, whatever your sales are for that first campaign, you're going to earn 40% no matter what. When you get into your second campaign, your sales goal to earn that 40% again is $150. Third campaign, to earn your 40%, your sales need to be $200. Now remember, these amounts, all these amounts that I'm giving to you are before shipping and taxes. So always keep that in mind. So in your first 7 campaigns in the Kickstart program, your sales goals go up by $50 per campaign through that 7th campaign. And as long as you meet these goals, you're going to earn 40%. Now let's say you don't. In the 3rd campaign, your sales were only $150. Well, then you're going to go back to this representative level earnings. So for a $150 order, you're going to be at 30%. But keep in mind, for fashion and home, now you're only going to be earning 20% for those items. So you really want to pay attention to these 2 charts. So I'm going to go over some scenarios with you. So follow with me. Okay, so Sally is a new rep. She's in the Kickstart program. She submits a first order of $135. Now remember, in the Kickstart program, she can submit an order of any size and she's going to earn that 40%. Now she's in her second campaign. In order to earn the 40%, her order must be $150 or more before taxes, shipping, and any shorts. And what I mean by that is when you submit your order, it's going to tell you if items are sold out. And if they are, they're not going to count for your order. So it's going to drop your total sales for that campaign. So always keep that in mind as well. So she submits a second order of $150. At 40%, she's earned $60. Okay, so now here's Jane. Jane, who signed up same time as Sally, she's placing her second order, the same campaign that Sally submits hers. But Jane's order is only $135. Because she's not meeting her Kickstart goal of $150, Her earnings are based on the regular represent earnings of only 20%. So she's only going to earn $27. And remember, we're just going to talk beauty and jewelry here. So $135 at 20% earnings is only $27. Now, had Jane added another $15 to her order, that would have bumped her order up to $150, and her earnings would have been $60 instead of $27. So the difference, $60 versus $27, that's a $33 difference just by adding another $15 to her order. She would have basically received that $15 that she added for free and still had an additional $18 in earnings. So she had $33 extra in earnings, but it cost her the $15. Well, now she got that $15 worth of product or sales tools for free, and she still has $18 in earnings. So this is the difference in meeting your sales goals. She could have submitted a $150 order, and look what the difference would have been. Oops, sorry. Let me shut that off. So let's look at it again. This is Sally's third campaign. So her sales goal is to submit an order for $200, which she does. So she's met her Kickstart goal, and she's going to earn $80. 40% of the $200 is $80. Jane only submits an order of $190. So she's going to earn at the regular rep earnings of 30%, and she's going to earn $57. $190 times 30% is $57. Now, if she had added just $10 more to her order, she would have earned $80. So that's $23 more. So basically, she would have got that $10 in product for free and had an additional $13 in earnings. So here you see the $23 difference. She spent $10 to get there. She's got $13 left over. I hope you guys are understanding this and seeing what spending just a little bit more money can do to your earnings. And you can also get extra business tools, product, however you want to do it. Let's say you're not in the Kickstart program anymore. You submit an order for $130. Your earning level is at 20%, so you're going to earn $26. If you added on $20 to your order to make it $150, your earnings level would be 30%, and you would have earned $45. So if you take the 45 minus the 26 you would have earned, that's a difference of $19. So for $1 plus tax on that extra $20 that you spent, look at the difference. You're going to get another $20 worth of product or sales tools, whatever you spend it on. Let's say you submit an order for $290. You're at the 30% earnings level, and you earn $87. If you added $10 to your order, you would have been at the 35% earnings level. Your earnings would jump to $105. So if you take 105 minus the 87, that's a difference of $18. But you only had to spend $2 to do, or $10 to do it. So it's basically like getting $10 in product for free and having an additional $8 in earnings. So what I'm trying to get at is when you're submitting your order, go back to these charts and look at where you're at. Am I just a few dollars away from hitting the $150 sales level for 30%? Am I just a few dollars away from earning 35%? And then if you're in Kickstart, you know, the difference between earning 20% versus 40%, that's a 20% difference. That's huge. So you really want to look at where do your sales fall on your earnings level, and what kind of a difference is it going to make if I add just a little bit more to my order to get to that next sales level. And of course, you're going to take into consideration how much of your order was product versus sales tools. You want to look at the taxes that are being onto it, but 90% of the time, it's going to be beneficial to you to bump yourself up to that next sales level. If you ever have any questions, you're not sure, you can get with me if you're on my team, and I can take a look at your order and where you're at with it and let you know if it's worth it or not. You get used to it when you've been doing it for a while. You'll be able to really understand, you know, how much more you're going to earn if you bump up to the next level and everything. It just depends on how much product you're buying and if that product is fashion and home or is it beauty and jewelry. But for me, it's always been worth it. There have been very few times that it wasn't worth it for me to order that little bit extra and bump myself up to the next level. So I hope that you understood this and that you take this into account when you're submitting those orders. I have seen time and time again people submitting an order for like $145, and I just feel so bad. It's like if you had just spent $5 more, you know, you're going to go from 20% to 30%. So really pay attention to these. If you want to take a screenshot of this, or I'll upload the file into our Team Shine group. I'll also upload it into makeupmarketingonline.com. No, sorry, to the Makeup Marketing Online Facebook page, sorry, for you guys to refer back to and everything. But again, always look where you're at and see where it's going to make a difference, how much of a difference it's going to make before you submit that order. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Keep selling. You guys are doing excellent. I want to put as much money in your pockets as possible. I want you to love Avon as much as I do and be successful. So again, have a great weekend, and thank you guys. See if I can get this to turn off.